Hello, my name's Kate Turner and I'm the founding director of Motivational Leadership. When we're working with leaders, we so often come across people who suffer from imposter syndrome. That's that sense, that belief that we're not good enough, that we're not capable enough, and who do we think we are? It often gets expressed through our gremlins, those things that sit on our shoulder and give us all that chatter that stops us from really embracing who we truly are and stops us from really stepping up. If that's you, you're in good company. So many people that I know, brilliant leaders that I know, people on the stage, people who you would probably look at and just think they have real confidence, they also suffer from imposter syndrome. But you can't always see it because it is a deep-seated emotion or belief that sits within us. So what can you do to overcome it? The first thing for me is about recognizing when it's most likely to occur. And it's when you're about to step into your stretch zone. So we all know what our comfort zone is, those areas that we find really easy to do at work. And in order for us to grow, we stretch into that other zone. This is where we have our learning, it's where we get our insights, it's where we're likely actually to get some things wrong from time to time. And it's at that point that our gremlins, our imposter syndrome, can strike because it's trying to keep us safe. But actually, it is just a warning. It's not real. And a really good thing to know is when it's most likely to occur, i.e. when you're going to go into that stretch zone. And just check that you've done the research, you've got the information that you need, that you've got the opportunity right, and you'll be ready to embrace it. But if those gremlins are still talking at you, then you need to listen. And the way that I do that is by getting myself a piece of paper, sometimes quite a large one, and writing down everything that gremlin is telling me without judgment. I listen to everything that it's saying. And then I have a quick look at it, make sure that actually it's not saying anything that I need to hear. And then I put that note somewhere I'm not going to find it. That might be underneath a pile of papers that I know I'm not going to look at. Or if I'm working from home, my freezer. I'm not going to be looking at my freezer during the working day. This really helps to put that gremlin to bed, to make sure that it's not going to be you're not going to listen to it at the time when you're doing that work where you're really up-leveling. For me, when I've been suffering most from imposter syndrome is when I'm taking my business up a level, or when, for example, I'm writing a book. It's at those times that my biggest motivator, which is one about really loving learning, gets a bit muddled and it starts to tell me that I don't know enough. But actually, I need to recognise that that habit of wanting to learn more has no place at this point. I do know enough. This is about me being able to share the knowledge I do have. It's not about gaining more at this point. So what are your motivators driving your gremlin to do? And what are you going to do about your imposter syndrome?